Your dreams and goals are some of the most personal and precious aspects of your life. They represent your aspirations, your hard work, and your vision for the future. However, one of the biggest mistakes people make is sharing their deepest plans with others too soon. While it may seem natural to talk about what excites us, there are many reasons why keeping your plans to yourself can be the key to success. When you share your goals with others, you open yourself up to opinions, criticisms, and sometimes even discouragement. Not everyone will see your vision the way you do. Some may doubt you, while others may try to impose their own beliefs on your plans. Even well-meaning people can sometimes say things that create self-doubt. If someone close to you expresses skepticism, you may start questioning yourself and your ability to achieve what you set out to do. The more voices you allow into your mind, the harder it becomes to stay focused on your path. Another important reason to keep your plans private is that not everyone has good intentions. While you may think that those around you will support and encourage you, the reality is that some people may feel threatened by your ambition. Jealousy is a real factor in human relationships, and when people see you striving for success, they may subconsciously or even intentionally try to bring you down. This could come in the form of negative comments, discouragement, or even direct interference with your progress. By keeping your plans to yourself, you reduce the risk of unnecessary obstacles created by the negativity of others. Sharing your plans too soon can also create a false sense of accomplishment. When you talk about your goals, your brain may trick you into feeling as though you have already achieved something, even though you haven't actually done the work yet. This phenomenon, known as social reality, can lead to a decrease in motivation. When you receive praise or recognition for simply stating your plans, you may lose the drive to follow through because your mind feels like part of the reward has already been given. Instead of talking about what you're going to do, it's often more productive to focus on taking action. Another risk of sharing your goals prematurely is the possibility of being influenced by others' opinion. Everyone has different perspectives based on their own experiences. And when you open up about your plans, you invite people to project their fears and limitations onto you. If someone has failed in a similar pursuit, they may tell you it's impossible or that you're wasting your time. But just because something didn't work for them doesn't mean it won't work for you. The more you expose your dreams to external opinions, the more likely you are to be swayed by doubt and fear. Additionally, there is great power in quiet progress. When you work on something without external pressure or expectations, you have the freedom to explore, experiment, and make mistakes without judgment. If you announce your plans publicly and then struggle or change direction, you may feel embarrassed or pressured to stick to something that no longer aligns with your goals. Keeping your plans private allows you the flexibility to adjust and refine your approach without outside interference. Privacy also helps protect the originality of your ideas. In a world where competition is everywhere, sharing too much can lead to someone else taking your idea and executing it before you do. Whether it's a business idea, a creative project, or a career move, keeping your plans to yourself ensures that your hard work remains yours. There have been many cases where people have shared their innovative ideas with the wrong individuals only to see someone else capitalize on them. Furthermore, focusing on action rather than words builds credibility. When you constantly talk about what you're going to do but don't follow through, people may start to see you as someone who only talks but never acts. On the other hand, when you quietly work on your plans and then reveal your success after achieving something significant, people respect you more because they see real results. Let your actions speak louder than your words. This doesn't mean you should never seek guidance or support. Having a mentor or a close confidant who genuinely supports you can be valuable. The key is to be selective about who you share your plans with. Choose people who have your best interests at heart, who will encourage and uplift you, and who have the wisdom to provide constructive advice without discouraging you. In conclusion, your dreams are sacred, and not everyone needs to know about them. Keeping your deepest plans private protects you from negativity, distractions, and unnecessary challenges. It allows you to focus on execution rather than validation and keeps you motivated to achieve your goals without external pressure. When the time is right and your success is undeniable, people will see the results of your hard work. Until then, move in silence, stay focused, and let your achievements speak for themselves. Life is full of ups and downs, and everyone faces personal struggles at some point. Whether it's financial difficulties, emotional challenges, relationship problems, or health concerns, these struggles can be overwhelming. It's natural to seek comfort and support from others. But sharing your personal struggles too openly can sometimes do more harm than good. Not everyone needs to know what you're going through, and in many cases, keeping certain hardships private can protect your peace and allow you to handle them in a more effective way. One of the biggest reasons to be cautious about sharing personal struggles is that not everyone will truly understand or empathize with what you're going through. People have different perspectives, and their advice or reactions may not always be helpful. Some may dismiss your struggles, making you feel unheard or invalidated. Others might compare your situation to their own, downplaying your pain or offering solutions that don't apply to your unique circumstances. Instead of finding comfort, you might end up feeling even more isolated and misunderstood. Another challenge of sharing personal struggles is the risk of gossip. Once you open up to someone, you have no control over what they do with that information. Even if you trust them, they may unintentionally share your struggles with others, leading to unnecessary attention and unwanted opinions. Some people thrive on drama and may exaggerate or misrepresent your situation, creating further problems for you. Keeping your struggles private ensures that your challenges remain in your control rather than becoming a topic of conversation for others. There is also the issue of judgment. No matter how close you are to someone, there is always a chance that they may view you differently after learning about your struggles. Some people may see you as weak or incapable, while others might lose respect for you. In professional settings, sharing personal struggles can affect how colleagues or employers perceive you, potentially impacting your career opportunities. When you keep your challenges private, you prevent others from forming opinions that could work against you. Another reason to be selective about sharing your struggles is that not everyone has good intentions. Unfortunately, some people take advantage of vulnerability. They may pretend to be supportive, but secretly feel satisfied knowing that you are struggling. Others might use your struggles against you at a later time, whether in personal relationships, workplaces, or social settings. By keeping your difficulties to yourself or only sharing them with truly trustworthy individuals, you minimize the risk of being manipulated or used. Moreover, constantly talking about your struggles can reinforce negative emotions. The more you focus on what's wrong, the harder it becomes to move forward. While it's important to acknowledge pain and process emotions, dwelling on hardships and discussing them repeatedly can keep you stuck in a cycle of negativity. Instead of looking for solutions, you might find yourself replaying the same problems over and over again, making it harder to heal and grow. Keeping some struggles private allows you to focus on finding solutions rather than seeking validation or sympathy. Another benefit of maintaining privacy about personal struggles is the ability to work through them on your own terms. When you share your difficulties with others, you might receive unsolicited advice or pressure to handle things a certain way. While advice can be helpful, it can also be overwhelming, especially if it comes from people who don't fully understand your situation. By keeping your struggles private, you give yourself the space to think clearly, make decisions that align with your values, and process emotions at your own pace. It's also important to remember that struggles are temporary. What feels overwhelming today may not be as significant in a few months or years. If you share your hardships with too many people, they may always associate you with that struggle, even after you've moved on. This can be especially true in professional settings where people may remember your difficulties rather than your strengths. Keeping personal struggles private allows you to redefine yourself on your own terms without being labeled by past hardships. This doesn't mean you should suffer in silence. Seeking support is important, but it should be done wisely. Choosing the right person to confide in, someone who truly cares, respects your privacy, and can offer meaningful guidance, can make a difference. A mentor, a therapist, or a trusted family member can provide support without the risks that come with oversharing. The key is to be selective and intentional about who you open up to. In conclusion, while sharing personal struggles can sometimes bring comfort, it can also invite unnecessary challenges. Not everyone will understand. Some may judge, and others might use the information against you. Keeping your struggles private helps you maintain control, protect your peace, and focus on overcoming challenges without external pressure. Life's difficulties are a personal journey, and how you handle them should be on your terms. By choosing wisely who you confide in, you empower yourself to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Doing good for others is one of the most fulfilling and meaningful things we can do in life. Whether it's helping someone in need, donating to charity, offering words of encouragement, or simply being there for a friend, good deeds create positive change in the world. However, one of the greatest lessons in life is that true kindness does not need recognition. When we do good solely for the sake of being seen or praised, we diminish the purity of our action. Keeping good deeds private not only preserves their sincerity, but also brings deeper personal and spiritual rewards. One of the main reasons to keep good deeds private is that publicizing them can shift the focus away from the act of kindness itself. If we help someone and immediately share it with others, the motivation behind the deed may come into question. Was the act done out of genuine compassion, or was it done for attention? When kindness is performed with the expectation of praise, it loses its true essence. The most meaningful acts of generosity come from the heart, without the need for validation from others. Another reason to avoid publicizing good deeds is that it can create an unintended sense of superiority. When people constantly announce their charitable actions, it can sometimes make others feel inadequate or pressured to do the same, not out of genuine desire, but out of obligation. True kindness should inspire, not make others feel as though they are not doing enough. Keeping good deeds private allows them to remain pure without the risk of making others feel less capable or obligated to compete in acts of generosity. There is also the danger of pride overshadowing kindness. While it is natural to feel good after helping someone, constantly seeking acknowledgement for good deeds can lead to arrogance rather than humility. When we make good deeds about ourselves rather than those we are helping, the focus shifts from compassion to self-promotion. The most admirable individuals are those who quietly make a difference in the lives of others without needing recognition. Their kindness speaks for itself, and the impact they create is far greater than any applause they might receive. Additionally, keeping good deeds private protects the dignity of those being helped. When we assist someone, especially in times of difficulty, they may not want their struggles to be broadcasted. For example, if we help someone financially or support them during a personal hardship, sharing that information with others could make them feel embarrassed or exposed. True kindness respects the privacy of others and does not use their struggles as a means of self-promotion. By keeping our good deeds private, we ensure that those we help maintain their dignity and self-respect. Another powerful reason to keep acts of kindness private is that it strengthens our character when we do good without expecting anything in return. We cultivate humility, selflessness, and inner fulfillment. The reward of kindness should come from the act itself, not from external validation. Those who consistently perform good deeds without seeking attention develop a strong moral foundation that does not rely on the approval of others. This kind of integrity builds a life of quiet yet powerful influence, where people recognize goodness not through words but through consistent actions. Furthermore, doing good in private allows for a more meaningful connection with the act itself. When we help someone without telling the world, it becomes a personal moment between us and the person we are helping. It is a moment of genuine human connection. This deepens our sense of purpose and allows us to experience the true joy of giving. It also reminds us that kindness is not about how others perceive us, but about the impact we make in someone's life. It is also important to recognize that good deeds often create a ripple effect. When kindness is done quietly, it inspires others in ways that go beyond words. People who witness selfless acts are more likely to follow the example, not because they feel pressured, but because they genuinely see the beauty in generosity. This organic inspiration is far more powerful than any public display of kindness. When people see good being done without a need for recognition, they learn that true kindness comes from the heart, not from the desire for social approval. This does not mean that all public acts of kindness are wrong. Sometimes sharing good deeds can encourage others to do the same, especially when it raises awareness for important causes. However, the key is in the intention. If the purpose of sharing is to inspire or educate rather than to seek personal validation, then it can serve a positive purpose. The difference lies in whether the focus is on the cause or on the individual seeking recognition. In conclusion, keeping good deeds private preserves the purity of kindness. It ensures that acts of generosity come from a genuine place rather than a desire for attention. It protects the dignity of those being helped, strengthens personal character, and allows for a deeper connection with the act of giving. The most impactful kindness is often the quietest, the kind that does not seek applause, but simply seeks to make the world a better place. In a world that often encourages self-promotion, choosing to do good in silence is a powerful and noble act. True kindness does not need an audience. It speaks for itself. Family is one of the most important aspects of life, providing love, support, and a sense of belonging. However, like any relationship, family dynamics can be complicated and issues are bound to arise. Whether it's conflicts between relatives, financial struggles, or personal disagreements, every family faces challenges. While it may be tempting to share these problems with friends, colleagues, or even on social media, keeping family issues private is often the wisest choice. Protecting personal matters from the outside world helps maintain family unity, prevents unnecessary judgment, and allows for a healthier resolution of conflicts. One of the primary reasons to keep family issues private is that outsiders may not fully understand the situation. Every family has its own history, traditions, and ways of handling problems. When you share personal matters with people outside the family, they may offer advice or opinions based on their own experiences, which may not be relevant or helpful. Family conflicts are often complex, involving deep emotional bonds and past experiences that outsiders cannot fully grasp. Instead of solving the problem, external opinions can make matters worse by adding confusion or encouraging unnecessary resentment. Another important reason to maintain privacy is to protect the reputation of family members. When you speak negatively about a relative to others, their image in the eyes of outsiders may be permanently damaged. Even if the issue is later resolved, people may continue to view your family member based on what you previously shared. This can create long-term harm to relationships, making it difficult to rebuild trust and respect within the family. Keeping issues private allows for conflicts to be settled without tarnishing anyone's reputation in the process. Gossip is another major risk of sharing family problems. Once personal information is shared, you lose control over how it spreads. What starts as a private conversation with one person can quickly turn into a widely known issue within your social circle. Some people enjoy discussing the troubles of others, and even those with good intentions may unintentionally share what you told them in confidence. Before you know it, your family's struggles become a topic of discussion for people who have no involvement in the matter. Keeping family issues private helps prevent unnecessary gossip and speculation. In addition, sharing family problems with outsiders can sometimes escalate conflicts rather than resolve them. When personal matters become public, family members may feel betrayed or embarrassed, which can lead to further arguments and resentment. Instead of addressing the problem constructively, the focus may shift to the fact that private matters were exposed. This can create new conflicts and make it even harder to find a peaceful resolution. Family issues should be handled within the family with open communication and a commitment to finding solutions together. Another reason to keep family matters private is to maintain a sense of security and stability. Families function best when there is trust and respect among members. When problems are shared openly with outsiders, it can create an atmosphere of tension and insecurity within the household. Family members may feel that their privacy is being invaded, leading to feelings of distrust and discomfort. Keeping issues within the family allows for a safe space where problems can be addressed without fear of outside judgment or interference. Furthermore, discussing family problems with the wrong people can invite unnecessary negativity. Some people may not have your best interests at heart and may use your struggles against you. They might offer harmful advice, encourage division, or even take advantage of your situation for their own benefit. By keeping personal matters private, you protect yourself and your loved ones from unnecessary negativity and potential betrayal. It is always best to seek guidance from trusted sources, such as close family members, counselors, or spiritual advisors, rather than sharing personal issues with just anyone. Maintaining privacy about family issues also helps promote resilience and independence. Families that handle their problems internally often develop stronger bonds and a greater ability to overcome challenges together. Instead of relying on outsiders to validate feelings or provide solutions, family members learn to communicate, compromise, and support one another. This strengthens relationships and fosters a sense of unity that can help families navigate future challenges more effectively. Of course, this does not mean that you should suffer in silence if a family issue is too overwhelming to handle alone. Seeking guidance is important, but it should be done wisely. If a problem is severe, such as abuse, addiction, or mental health struggles, it is important to reach out to the right professionals for help. A trusted therapist, counselor, or community support group can provide valuable advice and resources without the risks associated with oversharing personal matters with the wrong people. The key is to seek support in a way that protects the privacy and dignity of your family. In conclusion, keeping family issues private is essential for maintaining trust, respect, and unity within the household. Sharing problems with outsiders can lead to misunderstandings, gossip, unnecessary judgment, and even greater conflicts. Families should strive to address their issues internally, seeking solutions through open communication and mutual understanding. When help is needed, it should come from trusted sources who genuinely have the family's best interests at heart. Protecting family privacy allows for healthier relationships and stronger bonds, ensuring that challenges are handled with wisdom, dignity, and love. Everyone has weaknesses, whether they are personal insecurities, fears, bad habits, or areas where they struggle in life. While it is important to recognize and work on improving these weaknesses, openly sharing them with others can sometimes do more harm than good. Not everyone will understand, some may judge, and others might even use your vulnerabilities against you. Keeping certain weaknesses private protects your confidence, prevents unnecessary criticism, and allows you to focus on self-improvement without external pressure or negative influences. One of the main reasons to keep your weaknesses private is that not everyone has good intentions. While you may trust certain people with your struggles, there are always those who might use your vulnerabilities to their advantage. In competitive environments such as workplaces or business settings, revealing your weaknesses can make you an easy target. People who see you as a competitor might exploit your insecurities to undermine you. Even in personal relationships, some individuals may manipulate you by using your weaknesses against you. By keeping your struggles private, you prevent others from having the power to hurt or control you. Another important reason to be cautious about sharing weaknesses is that people may form lasting judgments about you. Once you tell someone about a personal flaw, they may always associate you with that weakness, even if you work hard to overcome it. For example, if you share that you struggle with time management, people may assume you are unreliable, even after you make improvements. In professional settings, revealing certain weaknesses could affect opportunities for promotions or leadership roles. People tend to remember what you tell them. And even if you grow beyond your weaknesses, their perception of you may remain the same. Additionally, sharing your weaknesses can make you vulnerable to unnecessary criticism. Some people may not be supportive or understanding when you open up about your struggle. Instead of offering encouragement, they may judge or belittle you, making you feel worse. Even well-meaning individuals may unintentionally give advice that is unhelpful or discouraging. Not everyone knows how to respond to vulnerability in a constructive way. Keeping your weaknesses private allows you to work on them without the pressure of external opinions or negative feedback. Another reason to avoid openly sharing weaknesses is that it can affect your self-confidence. When you repeatedly talk about what you struggle with, you reinforce those negative beliefs in your own mind. Constantly focusing on weaknesses can make them seem bigger than they actually are. Instead of defining yourself by your struggles, it is better to focus on growth and progress. Keeping weaknesses private allows you to work on them in a way that strengthens your confidence rather than diminishing it. It is also important to consider that weaknesses are often temporary. What may seem like a major struggle today could become a strength in the future with effort and determination. If you share your weaknesses with too many people, they may continue to see you through the lens of those struggles, even after you have overcome them. For example, if you once struggled with public speaking and told everyone about it, they may still hesitate to trust you with speaking opportunities, even after you improve. Keeping your weaknesses private gives you the space to grow without being held back by past perceptions. Another reason to be selective about sharing weaknesses is that not everyone is capable of offering the right kind of support. Some people may offer unhelpful or misguided advice that does not apply to your situation. Others may respond with pity instead of encouragement, making you feel even more powerless. Seeking support is important, but it should come from the right sources. Trusted mentors, close friends, or professionals who can genuinely help you grow. Choosing the right people to confide in ensures that you receive constructive guidance rather than negativity or false reassurance. That being said, keeping weaknesses private does not mean ignoring them. Acknowledging your weaknesses is an important step toward personal growth. The key is to work on them in a way that empowers you rather than exposes you to unnecessary risks. Setting personal goals, seeking self-improvement, and learning from past mistakes are all ways to address weaknesses without the need for public disclosure. Self-awareness and discipline allow you to turn weaknesses into strengths over time. In some cases, sharing weaknesses strategically can be beneficial. For example, in a job interview, admitting to a minor weakness and explaining how you are actively working to improve can show self-awareness and a commitment to growth. Similarly, in trusted relationships, sharing vulnerabilities can deepen connections and foster mutual support. However, even in these cases, it is important to be mindful of what you share and with whom. Not every detail needs to be disclosed, and not everyone deserves to know your personal struggles. In conclusion, while self-awareness is essential for growth, openly sharing weaknesses can sometimes create unnecessary challenges. Not everyone has good intentions, and some may judge, criticize, or take advantage of your vulnerability. Keeping weaknesses private allows you to focus on self-improvement without external pressure or negative influences. By being selective about whom you trust and working on your weaknesses with determination, you can turn them into strengths without exposing yourself to unnecessary risks. True growth happens not by seeking validation for our struggles, but by overcoming them with resilience and self-discipline. Not everyone in this world has good intentions. While kindness, honesty, and goodwill exist, there are also people who act out of selfishness, jealousy, or even malice. Recognizing this reality is essential for protecting yourself, your personal life, and your dreams. While it is good to be trusting and open-hearted, it is equally important to be cautious about whom you allow into your inner circle. Some individuals may appear friendly but secretly harbor negative intentions. Being aware of this can help you navigate relationships, avoid unnecessary harm, and make wiser choices about whom to trust. One of the main reasons to be careful is that some people take advantage of others for personal gain. They may act supportive and encouraging on the surface, but their true motives are often selfish. These individuals might manipulate you, use your kindness for their benefit, or deceive you into thinking they have your best interests at heart. This can happen in workplaces, friendships, business partnerships, and even within families. Some people are more focused on what they can get from you rather than building a genuine connection. By being mindful of this, you can avoid being used or exploited. Jealousy is another reason why not everyone has good intentions. Some people struggle to be happy for others' success and instead feel resentment. They might secretly wish for your downfall, criticize your achievements, or subtly discourage you from pursuing your goals. These individuals may not openly show their jealousy, but their words and actions reveal their true feelings. They may try to undermine your confidence, make you doubt yourself, or give you bad advice disguised as concern. Being aware of such behavior allows you to stay focused and not let negativity affect your progress. Gossip and betrayal are also common signs that someone does not have good intentions. A person who shares other people's secrets with you will likely do the same with your personal information. Some individuals pretend to be trustworthy, but later use what they know against you. Whether it's workplace gossip, personal matters, or business plans, sharing too much with the wrong person can lead to serious consequences. People who do not have your best interests at heart may spread false information, twist your words, or reveal private details to others for their own benefit. This is why it is crucial to be selective about whom you confide in. Another important reason to be cautious is that some individuals thrive on drama and negativity. They enjoy creating conflict, stirring up misunderstandings, and watching others struggle. These people often disguise themselves as friends, offering advice that leads to confusion and problems instead of solutions. They may encourage arguments, create division between friends or family members, or exaggerate situations to keep negativity alive. Their goal is not to help, but to maintain a sense of control or entertainment. Recognizing such individuals allows you to avoid unnecessary stress and protect your peace of mind. In professional and business settings, not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some people view others as competition and may do whatever it takes to gain an advantage. They might spread false rumors, sabotage your efforts, or take credit for your hard work. This is especially common in competitive industries where people are willing to step on others to climb higher. Being aware of this reality helps you remain professional, focused, and strategic in your career or business. Trust should be earned through consistent actions, not simply given based on appearances. Another way people with bad intentions operate is through emotional manipulation. Some individuals use guilt, fear, or flattery to control others. They may play the victim to get sympathy, pressure you into making decisions that benefit them, or use kindness as a tool to gain influence over you. These manipulative tactics can be hard to detect because they often appear subtle at first. However, over time, patterns of emotional manipulation become clear. Learning to recognize these tactics empowers you to set boundaries and avoid being controlled by someone who does not truly care about your well-being. It is also important to acknowledge that not everyone celebrates authenticity. Some people prefer to see others conform rather than stand out. When you embrace your true self, pursue your passions, or achieve success, some individuals may criticize, mock, or discourage you. They may try to make you feel guilty for being different or suggest that you should lower your standards to fit in. Their discomfort with your confidence often reveals their own insecurities. Surrounding yourself with people who genuinely support and uplift you is key to maintaining self-esteem and staying true to who you are. At the same time, being cautious does not mean becoming overly suspicious of everyone. There are many good-hearted, sincere people in the world. The key is to be discerning, trusting others based on their consistent actions rather than their words alone. People who have good intentions will show it through their behavior over time. They will respect your boundaries, celebrate your successes without jealousy, and offer honest support without hidden motives. Learning to distinguish between genuine and deceptive individuals allows you to build meaningful relationships while protecting yourself from harm. In conclusion, not everyone has good intentions, and recognizing this truth is essential for self-preservation. Some people may manipulate, exploit, betray, or discourage you for their own benefit. Jealousy, gossip, competition, and emotional manipulation are all tactics used by those who do not truly care about your well-being. By being selective about whom you trust, setting strong boundaries, and paying attention to people's actions rather than just their words, you can protect yourself from negative influences. True wisdom lies in balancing trust with discernment, being open to genuine connections while safeguarding your personal peace, goals, and future.